Hey you, welcome back. My name is Yubi. I'm your astro-friendly Latina therapist, entertaining tarot with you. This is Tarot My Becoming, and so if this message is specifically for Aries for the month of November, so if you have Aries Sun, Moon, or Rising, or even North Node, I would encourage you to listen to this message. They are general readings, and so if doesn't necessarily resonate with you, don't make it resonate with you. Take what makes sense and leave the rest behind. It's possible that only a part of this message may make sense, and that's okay. But trust your instinct, trust your gut. If it doesn't sound right, then it's probably not for you. But again, I encourage you to not just look at this particular message, but check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising and North Node if it's not Aries, because you can probably piece up a special message that's unique to you based on what's on your birth chart. So let's see. This week, or this month rather, I am entertaining a couple of new decks. Well, they're new to you, but not new for me. It's the Sacred Oracle, Earth Oracle, that I'm using for the overall message. And then the Light Seers Tarot. These are two of my favorite, only because the imagery, the artwork, it's just gorgeous. I mean, if you've looked at different tarot decks, I'm always drawn to the artwork of it, and these two are my absolute favorite. It's just so whimsical, and it's just I just really like the images and the pictures. But yeah, so this is for the month of November, but again, it could also be timeless. So if you read the title of this message and you're drawn to it, and listen to it. I mean, who knows? Just because this one was originally for Aries and for the month of November, it doesn't necessarily mean that it won't be for you. So I don't know what the title of it is yet until I finish the message. But again, and that applies to any of the other signs. If the title calls to you, there's probably something in there for you. So let's see, for my Aries folks, fire energy, what oracle card are you going to have for the month of November? Aries energy, Aries energy, Aries. What is the message for my Aries folks? Fire energy. I also pick out the jumpers. So every tarot reader, you'll notice they just have a different way of doing things. I like the jumpers. It just feels like like it's just meant to be if it jumps out at you. Other people have different intuitive hits as to when to stop or when to pull out a card. And that'll be something that in all of my messages I'll point out. I had initially decided to do a, how to not get lost in tarot course. Then I realized, I'm like, why don't I just do tarot? Play around with it and share little tidbits of information. Because if you've listened to any of my other messages, I wasn't raised with tarot or astrology. If anything, I was raised in an environment where it was frowned upon, feared, and looked at negatively. Very taboo, very much the devil's work. I mean, I laugh about it, but that's because I don't believe in the devil. So I have my own belief system and understanding about life. But anyway, so Aries, come on, Aries. Stay focused, Yubi. Stay focused. Aries energy. What's the message for my Aries? Aries folks. What's the message for you? Oh, very stubborn. Aries, come on, Aries. Aries folks, come on. Aries. Aries energy. Oh, 2 cards came out. Absence and expectation. You get 2 cards. You get 2 cards. Look at you, fancy. Let's sit with these for a little bit. Absence and expectation. So take a look at these. What stands out for you in the pictures? This is oftentimes something I ask my clients when I incorporate tarot into our sessions. So expectation. This one came out for what did I just finish doing? Sag. It was another fire sign. So Sag, if you have Sag in your chart, you might want to check that out. But expectation was the primary card for them in terms of just being mindful of your expectations, shifting perspective. And this one's absence. I mean, there's this element of, there's almost this retreat feeling. This feeling of retreat where it gives the illusion of absence, but not really, because I mean, we're never really gone. We're always there, just in a different form, right? It's almost like if you're in a classroom. I have a background in education, and you have all your students, there's interaction, but then there's a student in the back, right? Or even in the front, and they're just quiet and not saying anything, just taking everything in. They're there, but not there, right? So there's this element of like being there, but not there. At least that's what stands out for me here. You're there, but not there feeling. And even like, there's even, if you look at, there's this little creature right here that's like whispering in. They're whispering in like they're the ones that they could see, right? But the eyes, the eyes are dark. There's almost this element of I'm in another world. Like my body is here, but I'm in another world. And it makes sense. Like if you think about November, and you think about Dia de los Muertos, that's a very traditional Latino celebration, right? In terms of honoring those that have passed and the loved ones that we've lost. They're here. They're just in another place. Like it's the spirit world, right? And some say that death is an illusion, that death is just the ending of one cycle, and also the beginning of another. And so it's just a transformative experience. And so, but for many folks who feel it in a different way and perceive it in a different way, an absence can also be very felt. It can because of the energetic, like what they energetically pick up from a physical body. And then that physical body having been transformed, that transformation piece is hard for them to interpret, maybe to understand, to experience. It feels different. It just feels different. I mean, I know I have felt energetic spirits in a different way. I've met a lot of people. I know a lot of people. And have had my own experiences with those that have moved on, and those that are still lingering around. They're each uniquely experienced, and I'm just so fascinated by it. And so there's this element of like, just because they're physically not here doesn't mean that they're not here, right? So the opposite is true then. Just because I'm physically here doesn't mean I'm completely here, right? And if you think about trauma, again, therapist hat, right? Oftentimes when we're experiencing something intense, our body is here, but mentally and emotionally we're disconnected. And that's out of protection. That's as our body's way of protecting ourselves until we feel safe enough to do the healing work. So just keep that in mind. So Aries, I mean, that's not even like the message. I'm already 10 minutes and I haven't even tapped into the message. This was just what came up for the first two cards. So let's see. How are you starting off? I'm doing a Celtic cross for the month of November. What archetype, what energy are you starting off with for the month of November, Aries? Oh, the Emperor. The Emperor. This is you. This is Aries right here. You're starting off with you. So definitely strong, courageous, knowing, right? You're a leader. You're a natural born leader. And so there's this surety of who you are, what you're doing here. What crosses you, Aries? What crosses you? That's so funny. You started with your own energy. What crosses you? The King of Pentacles. Are you working hard at something? Are you, you've created something, or you're about to create something, or this is the crossing energy. I mean, you could potentially create something, right? And again, if you notice these two cards, there's this element of being on your own, right? Having created something on your own, being satisfied on your own. And it's very typical Aries, right? Aries, you're a natural born leader. You're meant to be first to conquer things. You're not afraid to be alone. You're not afraid to be alone. What energy are you tapping into? So what energy are you tapping into? Knight of Pentacles. Leaving some type of legacy. It feels like a legacy. It feels like you're leaving your pentacles, right? You're tapping into either you're leaving a legacy, but the feeling, there's a feeling, I'm gonna go with my gut here. There's a feeling of frivolousness. There's a feeling, not frivolousness, what is it? Here's my Spanglish. Not frivolousness. What's the word when you're like spending, this feeling of like spending here, spending there, spending like there's no, yeah, for whatever reason that's coming to me, like there's this spending. I'm spending here. I'm dropping it here, like pentacles. It's like when you think you have so much, right? When you're just like, just buy that. I'll just buy that. So there's almost this like not paying attention to what you're spending, feeling, and yeah, for whatever reason, that's there's this feeling of like not paying attention to what you're spending, and that could be why that King of Pentacles is your crossroads. Like, are you going to take your spending seriously? Are you going to be the King of Pentacles, right? That you know you can be as the Emperor, are you going to embrace the ability to know how to handle your finances? What energy is hidden from you, Aries? What energy is hidden from you? What's the potential energy? So remember, this is energy you have not yet tapped into. You don't have to tap into it, but you can. The sun is the best card in the deck. Right? It's everything. It's freedom, it's happiness, it's healing, it's joy, just being like everything that you've wanted being highlighted. It just freedom is what stands out. So this is untapped, meaning you have not tapped into this yet, or you can tap into it, or you're about to tap into it, right? Is the sense of feeling free. And if you think about it, there's freedom in this, the Knight of Pentacles. If you're just like, oh, I'm gonna spend here, spend there, because there's an abundance. But we also live in a 3D world, right? And so are you being careful with how you're managing that, right? What are you walking away from, Aries? What are you walking away from? What are you walking away from, Aries? What are you walking away from? Two cards. You're walking away from the Hierophant. So Hierophant could mean, and you have the Strength. You're walking away from rules and regulations. The Hierophant is oftentimes rules and regulations that are placed upon us. This one's created a little bit differently. This one, there's almost like this feeling of the steps towards the heavens, right? You're creating your abundance. You're creating, you're walking away from the rules and regulations that have happened to you, and instead you're embracing the rules and regulations that you're creating for yourself, right? And strength is required to walk away from the rules and regulations that have been imposed on you. So you're walking away. You're using your strength to walk away from something that was holding you back. You're walking away. You've used your strength to walk away from something that was holding you back. What are you walking towards? What are you walking towards? And that could make sense too. This element, you're walking towards the Four. It's a new commitment. Four of Wands, something lighter, something, a new commitment. Four of Wands, I mentioned it in other cards. Oftentimes it means celebration. It could potentially be marriage, but it's really a commitment. So you're walking towards a new commitment. And so if you're letting go of something, right? And that could also be this, like you're walking away from the pentacles, the money that you were being given in another situation. You're walking away from it. You're walking away from, just kind of giving. That's giving away resources. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be money. Resources could be your time. And remember, this is the energy you're tapping into. So you've been giving away your resources, your energy, your time, money. That's where you are right now, right? And so then the crossroads is wisdom, right? With your pentacles is making another decision that will lead you to more success, right? That will lead you into this untapped energy of everything that you've wanted. And so, so it's asking you, you're being asked to be more aware of how you're spending your resources, maybe walking away from something that's taking up, something that you've had to give of your time, of your energy, of your money, and your crossing energy is, let's be more mindful of that. And you've had to use your strength. You've had to use your strength to overcome the rules and regulations of wherever you were, right? Let's see what the situation is. What's your sitch? What's the environment? What's the situation for you, Aries? My leaders, my natural born leaders, or the skill set that you're learning how to embrace, right? How to lead. Ten of Pentacles. The situation is more money, more time. Look, right? More energy, more time, more community. That's the situation that you're in. Like, you've let this go. You've let whatever. It's like the last bit, right? It's the last bit of what you've been giving away. Hopes and fears. Hopes and fears. Four of Pentacles. And Two of Pentacles. So this is, you're hoping that financially this is going to be a good decision for you, that you'll have to juggle less, right? You're hoping that you'll have to juggle less, or that you'll be able to juggle things better, that you are not going to have to worry about your resources or your spending, that you will embrace this King of Pentacle part of you. Really, we have all of these elements are all within us. For some, it's going to be easier to tap into those skills. For others, it's going to be skills that we're having to nurture and develop with life experiences. And so, you're definitely going to be able to find this new balance with your resources, with your time, so you won't get exhausted. What are your fears? So those were your hopes. Your hopes were, that you're going to be okay financially. You're not going to have to juggle as much. But what are your fears? What are your fears, Aries? Your fears. It shows up as a Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is usually balanced. It's usually a natural give and take. But in the fear section, again, I don't read reversals, meaning if they turn out this way, everything's always upright. Because I incorporate both. So if the Six of Pentacles is in the fear section, then that means that you're afraid that there's not this new place or this new experience or this new relationship even. I mean, it could be a relationship. Won't be balanced. It won't be fair. That you're continuing to have to give and not have this natural reciprocal nature of a give and take, of a flow. So your fear is that you're going to end up repeating. You're going to end up repeating a pattern. What's the outcome? The world. Ending of a cycle. You're going to end the cycle regardless of what the outcome is. You're going to end the cycle. You're going to end the cycle. However you choose to navigate this, you will end a cycle and a new one will begin, right? A new one will begin. I'm seeing a lot of circles, a lot of pentacles in all of the images. Yeah, there's just a lot. Like this one, clearly the big one. This is the outcome, right? Your fear that there's not going to be a give and take. Your hope is that you're going to be able to balance things, right? Your situation is starting this new thing, right? This new community, these new ideas. You know, it's opportunity for abundance, right? Circles. You're walking towards a new commitment, right? You're being asked to embrace the King of Pentacles within you, right? To being mindful of how you're spending or letting go of your energy, right? And the untapped energy is the sun. If you notice, there's like a circle. You could see a circle right here. So yeah, you're ending a cycle. You're ending a cycle. You're ending a cycle, which is great. Let's read expectations and absence for you. I mean, I wonder if whatever you're ending, like you're there, but you're not there, right? You're starting something new. So you're at the very end of this experience. And sometimes when we're at the end of something, we may, part of ourselves is already on to that next thing. And so, you know, there's going to be an absence felt for you in whatever it is that you're ending. And so kind of be aware of that, and that's okay. There's always going to be this sense of loss when you're starting something new, because it's shifting everybody's world. So earthly meeting for expectation. So this is the card we're reading first. Confront your ideas about a situation, a relationship, or yourself. Poke, dare, and test your expectations. If it is real, it will remain. Be honest, reflective, and determine if an accepted truth is truly serving you and those you care about. Consenting to things turning out okay is settling for less. Expect more for yourself and your circle. Let go of what you know to make way for wisdom, right? And so the spiritual meaning, because I also like to read the spiritual meaning. Inspiration breaks through expectation like a lightning bolt. It awakens inside you, shatters doubt, and fills your life with creative energy. Every day you are the creator of a new world. Be the creator of a fairer, more inspiring, and positive one. Shift perception, raise expectation, and burst into a new horizon. Hope anticipates better days ahead. Happiness makes better days today. So it starts with today. So let's look at absence. Let's see what that one says for you, because you got both. Absence. Absence makes the soul grow stronger. The absence of agenda, stress, or the desire to wear a mask is required so you can be fully present once more. However, it is not what is present, but what is missing that needs attention. Rather than fighting what you don't want, put your energy into what you do want. But first, rest. Constant illumination brings burnout. Spiritual meaning. Meditation connects you with your inner world, where time melts into eternity and love is always present. Journey in meditation through the endless dimensions of self. Gaze into the dark mirror of eternity and see the infinite light of your soul. Relax and go within each day, even if it's only for a few minutes. Dark, quiet inwards journeys can be illuminating as bright outward ones. So again, right, making sure that whatever you're leaving behind, there was something missing. There was definitely something missing. You were burnt out. You were burnt out. And, you know, making sure you're not settling. You're not settling for just mediocrity, right? Aries, you're a leader. You're a natural born eater. You go for what you want. Very consistent with that energy. And so, yeah, I think this cycle that you're ending, you need to end it. And you are ending it because something better is on its way for you. So hit the like button, subscribe, share if this made sense for you. Leave a note in the comments. I want to know if what you're walking away from and what you're walking towards. Like, is it a new job opportunity? Is it a new friendship, a new relationship? It feels work related. If you ask me, it feels work related. But it could be anything. It could be anything for you. So yeah. All right. We'll see you soon. Bye.